Hi everybody, it's Richard here again and welcome to another video. Now in this video I'm going to make a bold claim, and that is that this album here is the best live album ever released. Well, no, it's not actually. I'm going to say that this album here is the best live album ever released. In fact, no, not even this. So the best live album ever released for me is this album here. Now they're all the same album that stopped making sense by Talking Heads, and the first one to come out was this in 1984, and there's 9 tracks on it. The CD that I showed has 16 tracks on it, and then the album I'll be talking about really has got 18 tracks on it, and all the songs are from the movie of the same name, which is basically a live concert movie. And I haven't actually seen the full movie, although I have seen performances from that movie. So my history with this album is that I didn't buy it at the time, and it's actually the first Talking Heads album I heard. My friend had it and he played it a lot, and because of that, the majority of the songs off this, in fact all of them bar one, I prefer the live versions. Now the 9-track album was Psycho Killer, Swamp, Slippery People, Burning Down the House, Girlfriend is Better, Once in a Lifetime, which is the only one I actually prefer the studio version of, What a Day That Was, I hope you actually haven't heard the studio version of that to be fair, Life During Wartime, and Take Me to the River. And I always loved it, so I knew those songs before I actually got the studio albums, and then in the 2000s I bought this here, which extended to 16 tracks, and I thought that was the full set, but it's not. This here is, which is 18 tracks. And the reason I really love these versions is, one, because I heard them first, most of them anyway, and two, the amount of energy involved is unbelievable. Now you can feel the energy actually listening to this, but whenever you see certain performances like Psycho Killer and Life During Wartime, it blows you away. So let's go through the track listing of the expanded version. So Psycho Killer starts with just David Byrne coming on stage with a boombox, and then he starts singing with an acoustic guitar. Really good. And then Tina Weymouth comes on with her bass guitar to do Heaven from the Fear of Music album, and it's always been one of my favourite tracks off that, but again this version is better. And then Chris Frantz comes on for the drums for Thank You for Sending Me an Angel, the opener of their second album, More Songs About Buildings and Food, which is fantastic. And then Found a Job, also from that album, I think is a much better version than the studio version. Now the big one off here for me was Slippery People, because that was a single way back in the day, the live version, and it was played in our local clubs an awful lot, and everybody loved it. I think that's why a lot of people bought the Stop Making Sense original album. And then we have Cities, which is exclusive to this set. Heaven and Thank You for Sending Me an Angel was on the CD but not the original album. And again, this is a really good version from the Fear of Music, and I think it is much better. Going on to side 2 and with Burning Down the House, and this has more energy, it's got more everything, it's a deeper sound. I always thought the version of Speaking in Tongues was actually quite tinny and very sort of, wasn't beefy enough, put it that way, and this is much better. Then we get Life During Wartime. I beg you to watch the video of that, and it's so energetic. Even the backing vocalists, you know, they kick the Jane Fonda workout into touch. It's so energetic, really good. And then Making Flippy Floppy and Swamp, both from the Speaking in Tongues, still much better than the studio versions. And then we go on to side 3 with the track What a Day That Was, which I've only recently found out is a David Byrne solo song from his 1981 album Catherine Wheel, and it's one of the best tracks off this. I haven't heard the studio version yet, which I probably will YouTube it to see what it's like, but this is a fantastic song. And then you get This Must Be the Place, Naive Melody from Speaking in Tongues. The majority of that album is actually played in this, and it is so much better. Really good song. Then Once in a Lifetime. Now Once in a Lifetime is the one song I do prefer the studio version of it, but this is not bad at all. And then unique to this again is Big Business stroke Izimbra. Now Big Business is the second track from David Byrne's solo album Catherine Wheel, and it sort of segues into Izimbra, that opening track from Fear of Music, the African type sound, and it's really good, and you can see the video of that on YouTube, and it's excellent. And then a surprise comes on side 4. The Tom Tom Club played Genius of Love. Probably David Byrne, who was running around all over the place. He must be absolutely exhausted, must have taken a break for it. And yeah, I do prefer the studio version of it, but this one's not bad at all. It's such a catchy tune, really, really good. And then Girlfriend Is Better, which I believe was a live single from this. Again, it was from the Speaking in Tongues, and this one again knocks it into touch. Take Me to the River, probably the weakest track off this for me. Is a cover version, and I can't remember who did it, and it's from their second album. The song's about buildings and food. I still think this is the better version. And then we finish off with Cross-Eyed and Painless, which is from the Remain and Light album, and again it's probably better than the studio version. So for me, Stop Making Sense, whichever format you choose, put it this way, the Stop Making Sense single disc LP is the best single disc live album ever, and the Stop Making Sense double LP is the best double live album ever. I love it, I really think it's great. I've been playing it in the car, the CD version, for the past week, and I'm loving every bit of it. So over to you. Put in the comments below what you think is the best live album ever. If you had to keep one live album in your collection, which one would it be? And you can also make a video of it if you wish as well. It would be great to see. So that's me for now. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to have another video quite soon. All the best now. Bye bye.